How is the resistance in Berlin? Resolved. Oh no, we're still short 73 armoured cars, but we seem to be getting there. Resistance elsewhere is up, but compliance is also going up now. Alright then. And they did increase the rate of compliance increase in this patch. I think this game is done. Stalin, hold my beer. This game is not done till Stalin says it is done. Alright, American forces are beginning to arrive. Nope, that's a terrible attack. So instead, I'm just going to sit back and train up my tank divisions. The other thing I would like to start doing is adding motorized and or probably mechanized instead of the cavalry. So we're going to need to start researching, or start building mechanized. We have a heavy tank destroyer surplus, we have a medium tank surplus. Okay, what's this? That's the heavy tank. I want mechanized. Could also upgrade our air force. Sure. The Military Aeronautical Institute provides the Czechoslovak Air Force with research and design proposals. And then along those lines, we could also get the aircraft designer. So range and agility. Agility max speed. That's a really good one for fighters. Yeah, we're going to go with the Avia. And I'm pretty sure we're going to need to do a bunch of research for aircraft. Because the aircraft we have are going to be terrible. Played Hungary the other day and was surprised AI Germany helped me get all of my claims. I mean, it's kind of in their interest to do so. Upgraded armoured car. This was going to be either mechanized or the artillery. I think I want to go for the artillery. Just so that I can get the 1944 artillery earlier. And really bring the booms. This is my boomstick. You don't have support AA. You should. You have no recon. You should. That would require 1,000. Alright. We're ambitious. We're going to have a really, really big shortage of armoured cars. So we should probably start making more of them. Thankfully, armoured cars are pretty easy to make. Wow, that's a lot of troops down here. Supply lines are going to be stretched to the limit. I really like Hearts of Iron 4, but I feel like I'm never playing the max potential. Game is too complex. I mean, it depends what kind of player you are. I would strongly argue that you don't need to play it at your max potential. Play it to have fun. Efficiency is going up fast in the armoured cars. Yep. And we do have a ton of efficiency growth modifiers. Oh, I need more steel. Poland is failing us. Roman. No, you don't have enough. Alright, UK. I'll use some of our boats. How's Spain, Mexico doing? Spain is holding firm for the time being. And yeah, the Soviets really have a lot of troops down here. Mexico is already out. I think I might just speed 5 this while I'm waiting for my tanks to finish training. We'll try some pushes. I think what I might end up doing is concentrating your forces a little bit more. Play to have fun? What nonsense is this? Strategy games are for training for the next great war! And there we go, heavy tank destroyer 3s. Excellent! Now we can get mechanized. And we can upgrade you to that. I will spend my tiny bit of army experience to do that. And we will get the Mark 1 Heavy Tank Destroyer 3s. A year ahead of time. And Poland is struggling to do any exports, really. And France is struggling with the tungsten exports. I'll buy some more from Sweden. There we are. Alright, medium tank divisions are almost ready. Do that. Right, new government thing. This is definitely going to be the army attrition reduction, because we're going to need that. And no, we're going to keep on going for the intel, so I might move you a little bit closer if I can. Yeah, to like there. Junker, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Military Aeronautical Institute. We're going to go back over here for the artillery, because we're already researching it. Queen of the battlefield, modern artillery will be a large force multiplier in our army. Dark Sniper, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Alright, tanks are almost ready. And then we'll see how they do. Because he's got a level 5 attack. He's got a level 6 attack, so the tank division should hit like a truck. Unfortunately, the Soviets are bringing more and more troops in to reinforce. Which is really not very nice of them. Really chill stream, I like it. I'm glad so. I'm glad to hear. I'm not one of those streamers that goes, ah, things are happening, pull crazy faces, ah. Not my style. We have not infiltrated their army. I would very much like to infiltrate their army if you would be so kind. Thank you. No! T-Bag got wounded. No, ill. Have to wait another month. The offensive has been delayed. At least he wasn't wounded, because then it would be like 3 months. Far too long. The United States protects the Dutch West Indies. I think that just made most of the colonies out here which were Dutch into American. With the exception of Curacao because of all the oil. Kind of an important one. Ah, the Americans have done the D-Day of Spain. Alright. Troops are fully trained. We have got surpluses of most things. Query, how much would it cost to switch one mechanized? 600 per. Okay, that's not actually outrageous. Let's see how this does. So far, so good. And once we start making a push, it should be easy enough to just keep on following up. That's 51 days, even though it's 1.59 years ahead of time. And this is gonna be more better guns. To have a YouTube channel, I do. If you type in !YouTube, then you will get a link to it. And I do upload most of my Hearts of Iron stuff up there. And if you are a newer person to Hearts of Iron, you might be interested in the beginner-friendly guide on Italy, which I have up on that YouTube, where I go through how to play Hearts of Iron step by step. One or two things are a little out of date. For example, Yugoslavia now starts with a guarantee by France. That was not the case when I was recording that. So just be aware that patches have changed. But like the fundamentals and the basics are very much the same. Did I defeat the Axis? Yeah, like a year ago. Alright, we can upgrade the mechanized, and I think I would like to do so. Then we may as well get Mech 3s. Oh no, that's way ahead of time. Never mind. Let's upgrade the AA instead. And the naval tutorial, indeed. If you are stuck on how on earth the navies work since Man the Guns, I also have a naval tutorial, which you can !naval. MP? Multiplayer? I do multiplayer games from time to time. We did one last weekend, which was a lot of fun. Probably won't be another 2 or 3 weeks before I do the next one, but we'll definitely be doing more. Either vanilla or Kaiserreich or Old World Blues. I just kind of prefer multiplayer vanilla just because it's more stable. Strong and stable, like government should be. How's Japan doing? Stalemate. Oh no, Korea's been released. Has Japan peaced out? No. Somehow they released Korea. Independently. Not entirely sure how they managed that. Nope. Laggy. Laggy. I would like to add more medium tanks to this force. So I think what I need to do is reshuffle some of the heavy tanks and put them onto mediums. So I think we're going to go to a 3 and a 3, like so. Alright, that should get us some more equipment. This is going to be a pain to push through. The other thing we could try to do is get a cutoff here in Latvia. But big river into the forest, that would be a real pain of a crossing. Just generally, the attacks here I think are going to be easier. Let's go ahead and research mountain troops so I can get all the way down to War College. When so much of the border consists of hills and mountains, the need for specialized soldiers to police and defend the area is clear. Am I in the Allies? No. I am the faction leader of the mighty Czech Entente. We are aligned with the Allies. The Allies are in the same war as us, and we're currently fighting against the Comintern and Japan. Oh, military police tech, right. I see what you were saying. Well, we can do that now. We should also get field hospital upgrade. Now that they are in all of my units, right? Yep. And... that's not it, that's it. Yes. Right, we can add a mechanized. It was going to be 600, right? Yep. Alright, begin the upgrades. Which is going to require you to retrain again, I think. Didn't I have France in the Entente? Yeah. Oh! France has become the anti-fascist bloc. Bit late, France. We've already killed them. But, okay. Did they lose their participation when they switched? I bet they did. No, they didn't. Again? Yeah. Another push. Slowly but steadily pushing them back. Does France lose the orc bonus I give him for being in the faction? I think that's probably a permanent. Nope, I was wrong. It's gone. France no longer gets their plus 40% max planning. Silly France is silly. Wow, we are not pushing them. Both sides have just really strong units. How's the industry deficit? They have 300-ish. We have 900. Really? 9? Yeah, yeah, We have 900. Really? I'm not sure I believe that, actually. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe. And then France has another 240-ish. So we do have the Soviet Union pretty significantly outgunned in terms of equipment. Which means that we will eventually be able to bring a lot more manpower to the fight. Equipped manpower. Pushing out in 2 provinces. You gonna lose. I disagree. Jytomyr has fallen. And that province has fallen too. Let's move the tanks up. Their counterattacks are failing. Can we counter into the counters? Nobody's even trying. Awesome. And new technology. I would really like that, but that's a little bit too far ahead of time. Let's get the anti-tank guns. Well, actually, 42. Hold on. Technology. Need to grab that. I mean, you should lose since you got 0 aeroplanes. We got loads of aeroplanes. See? Green, green, green. They're just American instead of mine. Instead of airplanes, I have anti-air. A pretty decent anti-air. Taking like 2 provinces at a time. This is definitely going to be a slow, drawn-out process. I'm hoping as we upgrade our mechanized, it's going to get better. Right, what do I need? I need Improv Expert, for which we need a terrain trait. We did just get Trickster, which is nice. Thought we were, yeah, close to getting Ranger, and we are. Oh, my infantry units are able to push. That's interesting. It's because of how bloody resistant they are. Soviets just can't hurt them. Well, that's very interesting. My infantry is a lot better at pushing than my tanks are. Alright, I'll take it. How's the American D-Day going? Quite well, actually. Putting additional pressure on, which is good for the French. Yeah, we are seeing successes basically throughout the front line. Most likely because of the massive amounts of planning preparation. So that initial surge is just enormous. Like, we have 82% planning prep on the infantry. Ah, upgraded AA. That is actually very good. Keep on upgrading. And I would say go on to the next one. Here comes the medium tank. Pow. And with that, let's go ahead and research some fighters. Seeing as I did invest in the advisor for fighters. Alright, anywhere where we've got a cutoff, I'm going to leave that to my allies to deal with. We're just going to keep on surging forwards. Oh yeah, good point. Tank production should definitely be updated. Upgrade its armor so they suffer less casualties. Medium Mark 1, there it is. That's what I want you to do. Now we just need more combat experience. And steel, of course.
Připraven, pane. Nezastavujme se! Nezastavujme se!
Getting a couple of pockets made.
Připraven k pohybu.
We're not taking an impossible amount of casualties either. Soviets have still only killed 55,000. Whereas we've now gone for 350,000. Actually, France has got 600,000. There must really be a really big Soviet army here in Spain. Come on, guys, take Kiev. You know you want to. Yeah, unfortunately Kiev's looking like it's going to be a tough cookie to crack. I mean, we're hitting stuff outside of it. The only other thing that we could really do with is seeing how much motorized we have. Not even close to enough. Never mind. We've had some people joining us. The Pantry Raider, Dithead, Pitwolf, Ignite Os, and Unterpitz. Thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. Good to see you here. Is La Resistance worth it? Alright, so it is very difficult for me to make value considerations because I get all the DLCs for free. So I can only show you and give you my general impressions. I can't say if it's worth it. That's entirely up to your own opinion. I like a lot of things about it. The new intel system, for example, is phenomenal. I really, really like that. I don't know if that's part of the free patch, the DLC. That's another problem that I have. I'm never sure which is free DLC and what's paid for. I really like the focus trees, which are definitely DLC. The Spanish Civil War focus trees are great. The French focus trees is like... I really, really like the French focus tree now. It is excellent. The spies, they're alright. I'm expecting the spies to be like decisions to come into their own later as they add more stuff to them. They're a little bit lackluster at the moment. Dust Sloth Jaeger, thank you very much for the follow as well. Welcome to the channel. UK is back in Gibraltar. Oh, nice. Yes, they are. And they've almost wiped out the Soviets in North Africa. That's not true. No, that's not true at all. They've almost wiped the French out in North Africa. Oops. Meanwhile, what? Tank's having a really easy time along here. I might tell them to just forget about Kiev. Let the infantry deal with it. Support units, support tech, support weapons 1 and 2 and 3. Sure. Still always looking for more stability mods. We could also get the region-wide industrial. Let's do that. And we've almost finished up our industry. Let's get a couple more built throughout Germany then. The occupied parts of Germany anyway. What do you get if you dismantle the fort line? I don't think you get anything. That's more if you're Germany and you don't want to have the defences there which somebody else could use against you. You get 20% faster fort construction for 180 days. Basically because you're using their materials. Not really useful to me, honestly. Kiev's about to fall. Kiev has fallen. Boom. Alright, good. I'm surprised that my infantry is doing as well as they are. Had not anticipated that at all. Because I haven't really built them for offensive actions. Refineries next? Nah. We've got America, we just buy stuff from them. I think it's more efficient to have a civilian factory for purchasing than it is to have a refinery. Although that is a ratio I'm not 100% sure about. It'd be kind of interesting to hear what is more efficient. Oh, and the Americans have landed in Crimea. Interesting, interesting. Spain is definitely getting kicked quite hard. Soviets have lost 2 million. And we have infiltrated the army. Excellent. Continue spying. We could get war bonds to build this stuff faster, but honestly I don't think we need to. Anyway, I think I'm going to call this one here, because my voice is getting rough as hell, and it's getting quite painful to talk. So, thank you everyone for watching. I do hope you are enjoying this. If you are, be sure to hit that follow button, so that you get notifications when I am live again in the future, which, don't worry, is going to be tomorrow. We're going to be playing some more La Resistance, possibly continuing this game, possibly starting a new one, I haven't quite decided yet, at 5 PM GMT tomorrow, Saturday. Then at 10 PM... until late, we will be doing Swenser on A World Betrayed, which is the new DLC for Total War 3 Kingdoms, which I'm very excited about. I was actually really enjoying Lu Bu, despite the fact that we got our asses just completely and utterly handed to us. It was a really bad game, but I think because it was going so badly, it was a lot of fun to do. So I do hope you join me for both of those. So first of all, 5 PM GMT La Resistance, and then 10 PM till late, it's going to be World Betrayed, 3 Kingdoms. If you are enjoying this, then be sure to hit that follow button. If you want to support the channel further, you can, of course, become either a subscriber here on Twitch, or you can become a patron over at patreon.com/MordredViking. I do have a YouTube channel, which you can find at youtube.com/MordredViking. If you want to see more of this type of content, I do have a lot of Hearts of Iron up there. That's my bread and butter. And also some other strategy games, like Total War 3 Kingdoms, obviously, Europa Universalis, Crusader Kings, RimWorld, Mount Blade, stuff like that. Then finally I have a Discord, which you can find at Discord link, which I'm going to have to link. That's the YouTube, that's the Discord, and that's the Patreon. Yeah. Discord's where the community hangs out. They're a cool bunch. You should come join us. It's always a real pleasure to see some new faces over there. So come along, say hello. Just seeing who we should go and raid. Oh, Splattercat's playing RimWorld. I really like Splattercat. He's a good streamer. So head on over to Splattercat Gaming. I'd love to see his chat lit up with a Viking raid just like that. So let's go make our presence well and truly known. Although he's not right there at the moment. I guess he's about... It's just an empty chair. It's kind of amusing. Let's give him like a minute or two. I'm just going to keep on talking until the timer goes down. And then I'll click the raid button. So make sure you have that Viking raid. Copy and paste it. Nice and easy. And then we're going to make our presence well and truly known when Splattercat gets back. Do. I don't know where he is. But he's good. He's one of those that I watch myself quite frequently. Oh man, my voice is really rough. I can't believe it's this bad. Zako Slowlo. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Alright, I'm going to press the raid button because the timer is about to run out. So I will see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.